Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a verb tense that's all about action, movement, and what's happening right now. Yep, we're talking about the present continuous. So, let's start with a question. What's the real difference between saying he plays tennis and he is playing tennis? I mean, they sound pretty similar, right? But they actually paint two totally different pictures. One's a fact, and the other is an action happening as we speak. Nailing this difference is going to be key to sounding more natural and precise. Okay, here's a perfect example. On one side, you have, she works late on Fridays. That describes her routine, right? It's a habit. But on the other side, she is working late today. Well, that's about this specific day. It's a temporary thing. See the difference? One's a general rule, the other is what's happening right now. To really make this whole concept click, let's use a simple analogy that I think you'll find super helpful. Thinking about a snapshot versus a live video. Think of it like this, okay? The simple present tense, like she walks to school, is like taking a snapshot. It captures a single, static fact. It's just a general truth. But the present continuous is like a live video feed. She is walking to school right now, shows the action as it's unfolding. It's all about that movement, that progress. So how do we actually build this live video tense? Well, the good news is it's incredibly straightforward once you see the simple formula behind it. At its heart, this tense is all about an action that's currently happening. It's dynamic, it's immediate, and it's in progress. It's the tense of now. And the formula really couldn't be easier. You just take your subject, add the right form of the verb to be, am, is, or are, and then you just tack ing onto your main action verb. That's pretty much it. So, using that little formula, our snapshot sentence, she plays tennis, transforms into a live video. She is playing tennis. This tells us the action is happening this very moment. You can almost see the ball flying over the net, can't you? Now, here's where it gets really interesting. This tense isn't just for things happening in this exact second. It actually has some surprisingly cool and versatile uses that give it a lot of extra power. Of course, you've got the big one, actions happening right now. But you can also use it for situations that are just temporary, or to talk about new trends that are still developing. And, this is a big one, even to talk about definite plans you have for the future. For instance, someone might say, Tayo is taking night classes this month. Now, he is probably not going to be taking them for the rest of his life, right? It's just a temporary situation, and the present continuous captures that perfectly. This one's a game changer. It's one of the most common ways we talk about the future. When you have a fixed plan, like a flight you've already booked, you use the present continuous. We are flying to Brazil just sounds so much more definite and arranged than saying we will fly, doesn't it? And get this, you can even use it to talk about something that happens all the time. But here's the little twist. When you do this, it often carries a little hint of emotion, maybe some annoyance or frustration. It implies that, yeah, this happens a lot, maybe a little too often. But you knew this was coming, right? Like any rule in English, there are always exceptions. Some verbs just do not want to cooperate with that ing ending. Let's take a look at which ones they are, and more importantly, why. These are what we call stative verbs, and really the clue is in the name. They describe a state of being, not an action. And since the whole point of the continuous tense is to show an action in progress, well, it just doesn't make sense to use it with a verb that describes a static condition. Knowing something is a perfect example of this. It's not a process you can watch happen. It's a state. You either know it or you don't. It's why you would never ever say, I am knowing the answer. You just say, I know. Simple as that. The key here is to just start recognizing these categories. Verbs that are about opinions, like know or believe, or about ownership, like own or belong, or emotions, like love and hate, these guys almost always stick to this simple present tense. All right, time for the final showdown. Let's put these two tenses right next to each other one last time to really see how they give you complete control over what you're trying to say. So here it is, side by side. The simple present is your go-to for habits, routines, and things that are generally true. The present continuous, that's for actions happening now, for things that are temporary, and for those future plans we talked about. It's the snapshot versus the live video. And here's a little pro tip for you. Keep an eye out for signal words. Words like every day or usually are huge flags pointing you towards the simple present. But if you see words like now or at the moment, that's a massive clue you probably need the present continuous. They're like little road signs for your grammar. So when it all comes down to it, getting the hang of the present continuous is all about making your language more alive. It really is the difference between just stating a cold, hard fact and painting a dynamic, moving picture of an action as it's actually happening.
By really understanding this tense, you unlock a much more precise and descriptive way to talk about the world. And notice the question on your screen. What are you learning next? See? The learning is in progress, right now. It's a journey, and with this tool in your back pocket, you are well on your way.